The Square Enix ethics department is up to causing trouble yet again, and this time it is with the Final Fantasy VIII Remaster that will be launching in just a few days. And we have another case of censorship that no one is really discussing. Dengeki Online recently released some new screenshots for the game, and these are the changes that we are met with. Siren is obviously covered up compared to previous versions of herself. They added in the full feather skirt, which I personally do not think looks bad. It is not as bad as adding pants to her or completely changing her outfit, and she still does have the same amount of cleavage as she used to, but it is pretty difficult to tell given the screenshots that we are working with. But it is pretty obviously censored, which is disappointing. Even if the changes do not look bad, and I do not think that they look bad, it is still different than she used to look. She is a stereotypical siren. She is a beautiful woman who plays her harp and sings to lure people to their death, so I do not think that they could ever make her look realistic, and if they tried, she would look very different. And there was actually a PlayStation Access live stream highlighting the game, and it shows off Shiva, which did not receive any censorship or changes, even though their outfits are very similar. They have very little covering their lower regions, and Shiva is actually more revealing since you get a very revealing back shot of her, and Siren has feathers covering her lower back region. So it seems odd that one was changed and the other wasn't. I do not see any major differences that would cause one being censored and another not. But I do actually like how the game itself looks. Obviously, we need to keep in mind that this is a remaster and not a remake. It is not brand new graphics by any means, but with reworked character models and changes such as textures and sounds, it does look really good for what they could do with it. I have not purchased many remasters since the trend of releasing them started, though it is better looking than a lot of others, and with the amount of content that you are getting for only $20, it is definitely a deal. Now, the versions shown through these screenshots and the gameplay were both on the PlayStation 4 version, which is very important to note. There is a chance that the changes are only on this version since Sony has been very censorship heavy over the past year and a half. They have drastically changed their stance from allowing content that is properly rated to not allowing games on the platform unless the developers make necessary changes. Though it is likely after seeing what was changed that this will stretch through all the versions of the game. If you followed the Final Fantasy VII Remake and Tifa situation, after we saw the Tifa reveal at E3 and everyone was discussing the changes to her model and her outfit, it was said that there was instructions from the Square Enix internal ethics department that they wanted to keep her body realistic, and that is when it was decided to change her outfit and constrict her chest so that it did not look unrealistic, which is where the ethics department comes in. I'm sure if they wanted Tifa's chest restricted, they would tell those working on the Final Fantasy VIII project that Siren should be changed as well, which is disappointing. Like I said, I do not think that it looks bad compared to what we could have ended up with. She could have looked very drastically different, but they are changing a game that released 20 years ago, and that bothers me a lot. If it is a remaster, then remaster the content that was there and do not change anything in it. The characters in the game were acceptable then. Why are they not acceptable now? Games have progressed so much in the past years that things like this feel like a step in the wrong direction. Ultimately, we do not know if it was Sony or if it was Square Enix, but let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Make sure to share this video because we only have a couple of days until this game releases, and I feel as though this could be important to your purchase decision, so share it, give it a like if you enjoyed, and a dislike if you did not enjoy, and I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.